What's up, Brian Tong here, and we have lots of official Apple news. There's a brand new Apple Sports app, a new change to the iPhone 15 model's battery, iMessage's new security protocol, plus there's a lot of buzz about new iPads coming, so we're going to talk iPad Pro, iPad Air, and what's up with AirPods Max. So let's start off with the official news, and in a surprise, Apple released their Apple Sports app that's available to download now, and it's absolutely free. Now I have it here. This is really simple. It's clean, quick access for an app for sports fans to really just get real-time scores, play-by-play updates, you got stats, and even betting odds for your favorite teams and leagues. Now, one of the best things about this, if you look here, can you see? Am I showing it to you right? No ads. No ads whatsoever. So you have here in the top right-hand corner, you can switch what you can see between your favorite teams or your favorite leagues. And then if you want to customize it, you can manage them and favorite your favorite ones. Also, if you have already favorited them in other apps, that will automatically carry over for you. So a fun little ecosystem perk. When you look through here, though, when you look at the leagues, the biggest omission people are wondering is, where is the NFL? But additional leagues like the NFL, NCAA football, National Women's Soccer League, and more, they're going to be available over time. And MLB is here in the app, but there's nothing in it. So we expect to see it once the season starts. Now, it's really simple and straightforward. You can see sports scores from today. You can see them from yesterday. You can also see what's upcoming. But depending on the sport, you're going to get different relevant data shown here. So for this MLS matchup, you can see the goals and the minute mark when it happened. If it's basketball, it's going to show you the breakdown of the scores quarter by quarter. Now, what's also fun in this app is it's a real-time app. So you'll see the section for betting odds when you go into any games that are being played. So if I look here at Orlando versus Cleveland, you can see the betting odds, and they will change real time during the course of the game as well. Not the most exciting game here, but you can drill down to the play-by-play. You can go to the box score, see individual player stats, and then also look at team stats. You can go back to the summary, and you scroll down, and then you get the standings as well. Now, when a game is live, you'll be able to select it and go to the app it's playing in. So if you have that app or pay for the subscription, this is going to kick me into the NBA app. That's how you do it. Now, I like how clean it is, but there's also a few things that I'd like to see in future updates. From a navigation standpoint, I talked about that yesterday and today section, but you can't swipe left or right between them. You have to tap each one. And I remember when I first did this, I just kind of swiped left or right thinking, oh, it'll automatically go to the today or yesterday. I tried that and nothing happened. I'd also really like to be able to add any of the game scores on the fly and basically make them a live activity that you see on the lock screen or the dynamic island. It just makes sense to happen, but there's no option to do that yet. Even I just tried doing like a long press on the game or a hold, and nothing happens. So there is no option, and doing that doesn't do anything. I even mapped out Apple Sports to my action button here, so if I do a long press, a long hold, it's going to kick me right into the Apple Sports app. So I'll see if I stick with it. We'll see how it gets better, but it's useful right now out of the gates. Very simple, very clean. There's plenty of room to improve. And again, no ads whatsoever. Look around. You're going to get no ads. All right, Apple also just announced what they described as a groundbreaking and state-of-the-art protocol for iMessage called PQ3. That provides extensive defenses against even highly sophisticated quantum attacks. Now, if you can understand this language, please, hey, let us all know. But this is a new post-quantum cryptographic protocol for iMessage called PQ3. Now, Apple believes PQ3 surpasses all other security protocols on other messaging apps to reach what they call level 3 security. Now, you can check out their announcement on their website, but I'm going to do my best to just distill this down and make it understandable. This new security protocol essentially future-proofs iMessage from even more sophisticated attacks from quantum computers. So iMessage has supported end-to-end encryption, but existing cryptographic protocols rely on mathematical problems that could potentially be solved by future quantum computers. PQ3 is designed to protect against just that, and this is a secure protocol for the future. Now, you don't have to do a thing to get it. It will start rolling out with iOS 17.4, iPadOS 17.4, macOS 14.4, and watchOS 10.4 in March, and it's already in the latest beta updates as well. Also, Apple Vision OS will not support the new PQ3 protocol on the initial rollout. Okay, you wanted to look at more? Inside the iOS 17.4 beta, Apple has retested all the iPhone 15 models and has now confirmed that they meet a higher bar retaining an 80% battery capacity at 1,000 charge cycles. So previously, it was set at 80% at 500 cycles. This is also a response to the upcoming European Union regulations coming into effect in June of 2025. So they have set the minimum requirements on battery durability at 1,000 cycles. Now, Apple's iPhone 15 models now meet that standard with no hardware or software changes. The EU is really getting things done here, right? You got the move to USB-C, allowing third-party app stores and sideloading apps in Europe, and now this new battery eco-design requirement. I mean, everything is going their way. You know, if only they could get the Apple Vision Pro. I'm kidding. Okay, I'm kidding. I know that hurt someone out there, Saeed. And look, this new battery health requirement, this is a good thing for consumers, but who knew it was the EU that was going to make all of this happen over the course of about a year and a half? Again, who knew it was the EU? That rhymes. I like that. Okay, if you want to find your cycle count on iOS 17.4 or in the beta when it rolls out, go to Settings, then Battery, and then Battery Health to check it out. That's not all that's in the latest iOS 17.4 beta here. In supported CarPlay vehicles, there's going to be an option for Apple Maps to now show your turn information in the instrument cluster. So most of you have your main screen that's in the center of your car, but off to the side of the steering wheel most of the time. But if your car supports it and has a display behind your steering wheel, that's the instrument cluster, you're going to get that turn information on that display, so you don't have to turn your head completely away and look at the big screen all the time. You'll be able to swap between having the turn information on the big screen or the instrument cluster in front of you. Now, my non-CarPlay, I got recently a Rivian R1T. It has a feature like this, and it just makes a huge difference in the driving experience, and it's arguably safer as well. But this is a new feature that's now being added, and it's not related to that other thing, their complete next generation CarPlay experience. That will be showing up in high-end vehicles later this year, and Apple has teased it several times. And yes, it looks amazing as well, so there's really a lot to look forward to with CarPlay, and I'm just curious to see how it all evolves in 2024. All right, let's get to some of the Apple hardware that we are expecting to be announced in the first half of this year. The rumors have been heating up for the new iPads, and the latest reports have pinpointed that the iPad Air and iPad Pros to appear as early as March. We don't know if that's going to actually happen, but the new iPad Pro models will reportedly be significantly thinner, according to dimensions published by 9to5Mac. Now, the current 12.9-inch iPad Pro is 6.4 millimeters thick, but the new model will reportedly be 5 millimeters thick, and that is a significant difference. Now, we look at the 11-inch iPad Pro, which is normally 5.9 millimeters thick. That will be 5.1 millimeters thick, with both tablets expected to be slightly larger in size when you look forward at them. Now, a slimmed down body by this much is also thanks to the reported new OLED display technology that's thinner than LCD panels, allowing Apple to cut down on its thickness. And of course, we're expecting the new iPads to most likely have the latest M3 chips inside that were first introduced in the new MacBook Pros that Apple showcased at their nighttime event. We're also expecting to see a new iPad Air, and the largest one that we have ever seen at 12.9 inches with similar dimensions to the iPad Pro at roughly that same size, but it will be thicker since it will have an LCD display. Now, only the Pros are expected to get the OLED display treatment, but we'll be on the lookout for the official announcement as we get closer. Okay, now for the new iPad mini, we're still expecting to see one this year and expect the same form factor. It's pretty much going to stay the same, but reports claim that the mini's display assembly will be rotated to reduce that jelly scrolling effect that some people complained about. Now, internally, it could get a faster chip like the A16 Bionic, but maybe an M-series chip is a possibility. The tablet will likely get updated to newer connectivity standards like Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3 as well, and then an updated front and rear cameras. Colors, always been a big thing for the Mini, so expect a new family of colors as well. But don't expect anything like a 120 Hz ProMotion display, and I wouldn't hold out any hope for an OLED display on the Mini either. Now, this new Mini could show up a lot later than the March-April timeline and really be the last iPad to be updated sometime around the fall season. And hey, it's been over 3 years since the AirPods Max came out. It's only been over, I feel like, the last year or so where I really started seeing them in the wild. Once they went on sale for that previous holiday season, you know, they're around $400 or less. Well, the latest rumor report from Asia claims the new AirPods Max will still come out this year, but the only change will be a USB-C port, and the new headphones will not get any internal improvements like a new H2 chip. And that would prevent them from getting any of the recent adaptive audio features, which include adaptive noise control, personalized volume, and conversation awareness, or even wireless lossless audio. Like, all of those things require the H2 chip, and that would be a huge letdown. I mean, think about this. 3 years later, and no H2 chip inside, if that really does happen, that's a bad Apple. And we know Apple sees all the sales numbers, and obviously AirPods are their top-selling audio product, and the Max is probably the lowest in sales, but as someone who loved the AirPods Max sound, quality, the design, but not the weight, I would have hoped to see more significant upgrades 3+ years later. Now, this report and others have hinted at the only change being USB-C in 2024 for that port, so I'm not going to expect much. We'll see how it plays out. We'll wait till the final thing, but that's what we've heard so far. All right, that's going to do it for this video. If you like what you see, give me that thumbs up, subs up, and hit that notification bell, ding, to get all my latest videos when they drop. And if you want more of that Apple goodness, you can check out my weekly Apple Bits XL audio podcast with the latest stories and special guests. Plus, you can support all my content with an ad-free version of the podcast, early access to my content, and exclusive content at patreon.com/BrianTong. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you all in the next video. Peace and love.